Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are Group 2 from Class 22C of the English Language Education Study Program. Today we are going to present our study on the role of YouTube videos in improving university students' speaking skills. Next. And these are the members of the group. There are Anissa Putri, Halimah Tusadiah, Mutiara, and myself, Sandi Surya Saputra. And now let me introduce you to the topics. The background behind this study is English is a global language that plays an important role in our daily lives. Mastering English speaking skills is very important for college students in order to communicate because it is an international language. Although it is very important, some students still have low proficiency in English speaking skills. Several research that have been conducted before conclude that YouTube is a very effective learning medium to improve self-confidence and grammar in speaking English. Based on those results, we want to know if it's still effective and important now as it was in the beginning of the pandemic. So we conducted a research by giving out questionnaire to several representatives of the class of 2022 from the English Language Education Study Program. Next. And now, these are the problems behind this research. Is YouTube an effective learning medium? And is YouTube important for improving students' English speaking skills? These are the purpose of doing this research. The first one, it is to measure the effectiveness of YouTube being a learning medium to improve English speaking skills and to find out how important YouTube is as a learning medium to improve speaking skills.
Next, it's for literature review. First, about speaking. Speaking is one of the 4 English skills. Students are encouraged to practice their speaking skills in order to become fluent in English. There are several methods for improving students' speaking abilities. Planning, practice, and repetition are all important methods for improving one's speaking abilities. Next, assessing speaking. There are 2 main methods for evaluating speaking: holistic assessment and scoring analysis. Analytical scores use separate scores for different aspects of the task. Whereas holistic assessment use a single scores as the basis for a general view. Each assessment has advantage, including a quick and comprehensive way of assessing progressive informally. Meanwhile, analytic assessment takes a long time because it requires the teacher to consider multiple factors, but it may be more fair and reliable. The last one about YouTube. Internet-based learning media are required to aid students with their education. We need fun and easily accessible internet learning media for students to avoid burnout. YouTube, according to Kabuha and Elias, is an internet medium that contributes significantly to education in general. Furthermore, it provides instant access to teaching, culture-based video, and languages from all over the world. YouTube videos, which contain videos from great thinkers, writers, TV news broadcast, politicians, and other TV programs, are a relatively simple strategy for making teaching materials relevant and specific for learning English. Next slide. For research methods, researchers use qualitative research methods. Then for data and data source, we collect the data from respondents' answer through questionnaire. And then researchers selected first semester students from English Language Education Study Program at Universitas Negeri Jakarta, which consists of a total of 82 students. The researchers intend to use 29 students as a sample. For instrument, the researchers choose a questionnaire as a research instrument for this research. And then this research uses triangulation validity methods by comparing information or data in different ways. With these methods, through various perspectives or views, researchers are expected to obtain results that are close to the truth. The reliability of these researchers is related to the accuracy of the research methods and techniques used. In this research, reliability is multiple and dynamic, so nothing is as consistent and repetitive as before. For data collection procedure, first the researchers define the target respondent, then we determine the content of the questionnaire. The content are questions that the respondents will answer. After uh, after that, researchers make question on the Google Form. The researchers distribute the Google Form to respondents via the WhatsApp group. And then after the questionnaire has been completed, the respondents have about 10 days to give their responses. And finally, researchers input the data from respondents' answer into tables for analysis. And then for data analysis procedure or technique, first we tabulate data based on variable from all respondents, then make a diagram of the tabulation results. After that, a calculation are carried out to answer the formulation of the problem and analyze. And we finally analyze it with the help of theory from previous studies.
Okay, so next we go to results. The target respondent of this research are first semester students majoring in English language and education at Jakarta State University in 2022 to 2023. The question in the questionnaire involved YouTube's function as a tool for learning how to speak more clearly. The questionnaire was filled in by 29 students. As we can see, there is a pie chart showing that there are 44.8% or 13 students from Class C, 37.9% or 11 students from Class B, and 17.2% or 5 students from Class A. Okay, this is the frequency of students accessing YouTube videos in English in a week. Most students access YouTube in English every day. In the pie chart, 41.4% or the equivalent of 12 students out of 29 students choose always for accessing YouTube in English. Then 31% or the equivalent of 9 students choose very often when accessing YouTube in English. When it comes to accessing YouTube in English, 20.7% or 6 people choose rarely, and 6.9% or 2 people choose frequently. So the next slide, this part shows the average duration of YouTube videos in English watched by students. Many students choose an average duration of 10 to 20 minutes. There are 41.44% or the equivalent of 12 people out of 29 people choosing that options. There were 27.6% or 8 people who chose a duration of 5 to 10 minutes, and 20.7% or 6 people who chose a duration of more than 30 minutes. And finally, there are 10.3 or 3 people who chose an average or of less than 5 minutes for video durations. From the data above, we can say that most of them like to watch YouTube for a long duration. So the chart above shows students' opinion about whether watching YouTube videos in English can add to their vocabulary. It shows 34.5% or 10 students answered strongly agree, 55.2% or 16 students answered agree, and 10.3 or 3 students answered disagree. It has been determined that vocabulary is a crucial factor in both teaching and learning any foreign language. Okay, this chart above shows students' opinion about whether watching YouTube videos in English can make students aware of how words are pronounced. It shows 69% or 20 students answered strongly agree. 20.7% or 6 people answered agree, and 6.9% or 2 students answered disagree, and 3.4% or 1 student answered strongly disagree. It means that YouTube videos are a fun learning medium for students to improve their pronunciation by listening to words spoken by YouTubers and narrators. So next will be present by Anissa.
Okay, the next is students' opinion about whether watching YouTube videos in English makes them feel that their speaking ability is improving. The chart shows what students think about whether watching YouTube videos make them feel that their speaking ability is improving. It shows 20.7% or 6 students answered strongly agree, and the other 62.1% or 18 students answered agree, and the last one is 17.2% or 5 students answered disagree. Next. The next one is students' opinion about how important the role of YouTube is in improving English speaking skills. The chart shows 55.2% or 16 students answered very important, and 31 or 9 students answered important, and 13.8% or 4 students answered not important. YouTube videos are crucial for increasing language skills since many individuals learn better through videos, and YouTube can be used as both a visual and audio learning tool. When watching a video, the viewer not only listens but also attempts to pronounce the words by emulating the sound. There are several YouTube channels where we may practice public speaking. There are also video advice for developing public speaking abilities on YouTube. If students pay attention to the material provided in YouTube videos, they watch and use it in real-life circumstance, such as correctly pronouncing new words, they will already have strong speaking abilities. Next. The analysis of results. Is YouTube effective for improving speaking skill? Yes, it is effective because we can learn through visual and audio, which is very effective when we learn new language or foreign language. And through YouTube videos, we can add new vocabularies, and it also can improve ability to pronounce word correctly, and it can be accessed anytime and anywhere. Next. The next one is YouTube important for improving speaking skills? Yes, it is important because it improves aspects that support improving the skills such as vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar, and fluency. Next. Conclusion. It, from from our research, we can conclude that YouTube can improve speak English skill, and YouTube also effectively improves speaking abilities, and YouTube has an important role as medium learning. Thank you for listening.